All right, let's shift our focus to KwaThema now, where there's been overnight looting in the area. Residents cleaned out foreign-owned food and liquor stores. It was during a shutdown of the area to protest persistent power outages. They chased away an MMC who was visiting the area yesterday. He had promised new transformers would be brought into the area in 24 hours. Now, residents have vowed to continue protesting until their lights are brought back on. Manqoba Mchunu joins us with the very latest from KwaThema. Good morning, Manqoba. Perhaps let's start with the situation this hour.
Well, the situation looks much calmer, Mfundo, compared to, of course, what we saw yesterday, where community members had taken to the streets, and there were also, incidents of vandalism that had taken place due to that protest. A customer care center here in KwaThema being torched down, a security office in that facility being torched down by community members, and we saw police responding to that situation, the fire, personnel and emergency services responding also to that situation, and the community really taking ownership of that, saying that the reason why they had gone that far is because they were frustrated as a community. Their issues had not been given any attention by the officials. But we also saw incidents of looting, Mfundo, that had taken place yesterday. One of the shops that was looted was a ShopRite store here in KwaThema, where they broke into a liquor store. They stole quite a number of alcohol inside that outlet. But also this morning, the owners of that shop counting their losses. They were assessing the situation as far as the damages and the losses that were incurred is concerned. But also we're hearing reports in Mfundo that some of the foreign-owned shops were also looted overnight. In fact, we're standing just outside one of those shops here in KwaThema that was looted last night. We're told that they'd come in at night here in this particular shop to try and loot it. In fact, they managed to get inside the shop, where they looted several items from the shop. They also made some threats to the homeowners here in this house, saying that if they do not give them access, they were going to burn their house. So it just tells you the violent nature that that protest took yesterday. But Mfundo, today we're seeing a much calmer scene. The schools are also back today. The pupils are on their way to school, and the roads have been open, Mfundo, even though there are still some of them that are still barricaded with rocks, and some of them, with heavy material that's been placed, heavy rocks that were placed by community members. So those needed to be cleaned up this morning, but we're not sure, Mfundo, whether this protest is going to ignite. And the reason for this is because the community members have made it clear, Mfundo, that they're giving government 24 hours only to bring the transformer to this area. If that does not happen, they're saying that their protest is going to continue. So we're yet to see, Mfundo, whether they will deliver on their promise that they made to community members. Of course, that meeting didn't end well. The MMC for Transport and Roads here in Ekurhuleni was here trying to address the residents on those issues, but they chased him away, Mfundo. They said they wanted the MMC for Energy here in Ekurhuleni to come and address their concerns. So at the moment, we're hearing that the situation is still quiet. This is what we're seeing. But of course, we have to wait and see, Mfundo, as the day progresses, if that transformer is going to come, and to see whether or not these community members are going to take to the streets again.
We trust you to closely monitor that situation for us. Thank you very much for that reportage. That's our reporter, Manqoba Mchunu, monitoring what's been happening in KwaThema.